Welcome to the Discover Montcalm podcast, where we're going to take a look at the communities, the businesses, the attractions, and the people that make up Montcalm County. Here is your podcast host, Dwayne Weed.
Hello, I'm Dwayne. I'm the host of the Discover Montcalm podcast, and I have Jason Teegardin all the way from Carson City. What business do you run?
I run 180 Designs.
It's kind of on your shirt.
Yeah, we got a little branding here going on. Yep.
So, real quick, what is 180 Design?
We are a graphic design company that prints large format printing. We do banners, vehicle wraps, LED digital signs. We kind of cover the whole spectrum of any kind of advertisement, basically.
How did you get into the wonderful world of graphic design, and when did you realize that you were a little bit artsy?
I feel like I've always been kind of artistic all throughout high school, taking some art classes. Right fresh out of high school, I worked for a company called AIS Construction in Lansing. Started off, spraying weeds and smashing oil filters and sweeping floors, and kind of worked my way up. I was actually taking classes at MCC for auto body mechanic, and had a night shift job at AIS painting construction equipment. And so I kind of relayed that talent to, spraying equipment. They actually had a decal shop that was built right into the company. So after we got done spraying a piece of machinery, we would then go in and put all the warning decals on it for Caterpillar, Komatsu, Case, whatever the brand may have been. And I just kind of worked my way through the motions of everything and was offered the position to run their decal shop one day. My boss came down and kind of said, is this something that you're interested in doing? And at the time, I really didn't even know how to turn on a computer, but I said, sure, I'll give it a shot, So they gave me the opportunity, and I ran their decal shop for a little over 5 years. Kind of could see where the industry was going, and I was wanting to be more creative, I guess, than kind of sticking with basic machine decals and labels and whatnot. And got a small business loan, and here we are.
Wow. Formal schooling in the design side?
I took a few 1 week training classes here and there. There's a company or a school in Grand Rapids, LCC for a semester or two, just kind of real basic training courses, and a lot of it was just a lot of trial and error, and Control Z is the old quick key of undoing.
Your 180 Designs.
Yep.
How did you come up with the name 180?
So I always caught myself growing up. I was always into vehicles, flashy cars, that kind. My dad was very big into having a lot of cool vehicles and whatnot. And one thing I always kind of noticed is that we were always going to a car show on the weekends, and we were always flying down the highway someplace. And, oncoming traffic across the highway would always kind of catch my eye and kind of make you do a 180 and turn your head, you know what I mean? So, I just kind of ran with it, and it just kind of worked, so.
What year did you start 180 Design?
2011.
2011.
Yep.
Now, when you started, what were you doing at that time? At
that time, I was a one-man show. I actually, a good buddy of mine, Adam Miller, actually my best friend, kind of had a handshake agreement with him. He has kind of had a little strip mall area in the corner of in his building, and I moved a printer in there with a small laminator, and I was a one-man show. And rent was cheap for my first 6 months, and he kind of helped me get on my feet a little bit, and I just got to the point to where I was working nonstop. I had a couple of local kids that were motivated at the time and interested, and they kind of gave me a hand until I was able to eventually, about a year later, I bought a car lot right across the road from Adam at the Village Market there. And it was just an old car corners detail shop, used car lot, and we went in and kind of retrofitted the building to do what we needed to do.
When did you start doing wraps?
The vehicle wraps started probably 2005, I kind of think is when I was heavily into it. or just getting my feet wet, I guess.
Sure.
But the vehicle wraps, I mean, really once I started, I'd only had a few wraps under my belt, and I just kind of every day from 2011 till now, we get better and faster, and now I've got a team of 8 full-time employees, and we service the entire United States.
That was a question that I had for you. What is your geographic reach?
We literally can cover anything. We have a large network of subcontracted installers all across the United States. We've been connected with multiple race teams. We've drop shipped materials to Germany. I mean, we've done a lot of just different specialty projects all over. And in fact, we literally just flew in yesterday afternoon. We were down in North Carolina. A customer flew us down in a private jet, and we went down there for 48 hours real quick and wrapped a big car hauler trailer for him and came back to work, and we get to finish off the week here now. So
well, I'd say it's kind of nice when you have a customer base like that has their own jet.
Yeah, that definitely made traveling very, very nice. It's something that we're definitely not used to. But
well, we're here with Jason Teegardin from 180 Designs over in Carson City. You got a web presence. How do they find you?
Yep, we've got Facebook. We've also got our website, 180designs.com. It's all spelled out. Look us up. We've got our Facebook. We post literally every single day. We're wrapping on average 5 to 10 vehicles a week, and our portfolio on Facebook is very
growing.
large. Yeah, hell yeah, it grows.
And that's
daily.
one thing. I'm glad that you said that it's all spelled out, because that's one thing I noticed with your website is that you had to you spelled. I take it 180 Design was already taken in the numeral form. So,
Yep.
So you went with just spell it out.
Just
people.
spell it out.
Just
Yep.
spell it out. Do a search for vehicle wraps Carson City. You'll find them.
Yeah, you can't miss us. Yep.
You're
Look for
there.
the star. So
We're going to take a moment here and listen to our sponsors.
We hope you're enjoying our podcast, and we'll be back after we thank our sponsors. West Michigan Technology and Design Solutions, your IT and web hosting experts, westmichiganhelpdesk.com, and DW Video, your source for video production, websites, and your local videotape, slides, and 8mm film transfer specialist, dwvideo.com. Now, back to our interview.
We're here with Jason Teegardin from 180 Design from over in Carson City. What is unique about the Carson City area in your, be the travel guide for a minute?
I mean, the best thing about where we're at is we're centrally located. I mean, I can put a guy in a van and send him 45 minutes, an hour, any direction, and we can still service pretty much the entire state. That's been the best thing. A lot of my customers, I would say probably maybe 60, 70% of our business now comes out of the Lansing area, and I've got a lot of Lansing customers that have really, they've been with me since day one, and they've been hounding me about, how come you're not Lansing? How come you're not Lansing? Well, the best thing about where we're at is, it's small town USA, and it's a great network of people here, but I can also not be 5 hours from this guy, or I'm right in the middle. So like I said, we can cover, if I have to send a guy to Grand Rapids in the morning, they can go to Grand Rapids and do an install and still be back by the end of the day, and same for Detroit or Mount Pleasant or Traverse City or wherever we got to go.
Walk us through the process. Okay, I've got a vehicle. I come to you. I think I want to wrap.
Sure.
Walk us through what you do for that person. And I would guess that every vehicle and every design you'll custom quote.
Yep. So everything is completely different. First of all, we try to find out whether you're, commercial or custom. If you're a commercial client, obviously we look at your brand. If you don't have a brand, we create a brand for you.
Sure.
We basically look at color combinations, logo designs, and try to figure out, what exactly it is, what message you're trying to get across if you are, a commercial-based client. If you're looking for just a custom color, basically, you bring us your vehicle, we go over the vehicle in the parking lot with you, We can't wrap over any kind of like rust or any kind of flaky paint.
I did have that question because,
Yes.
because around here, Michigan, I'm sorry, I love it, but Michigan has a way of rusting out cars. And I'm thinking, oh, geez, just throw a wrap on it.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, a lot of our customers do think that, and they do bring us some things that have a lot of cancer on the outside that we can't really do much with. Depending on how bad it is, I mean, obviously, that's the same thing. It's nice with the whole small town is we can refer you to a local body shop that can, do any kind of paint repair that might need to take place before we wrap it. Most of the vehicles that we wrap are newer vehicles that the paint doesn't have any major blemishing. So it's actually a very good paint protectant.
Sure. Give us an idea. Sorry for interrupting, but give us an idea of the types of things that you can wrap.
I mean, the sky is the limit. I mean, we've wrapped
Garbage trucks.
We've wrapped
dump trucks.
Yeah, absolutely. Boats, golf carts. I mean, I've wrapped veterans' prosthetic legs before.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it just kind of depends. I mean, obviously, round. The more rounder the object, the more difficult the install is.
So you can do buildings?
We can do buildings. We can
Or
do brick
inside
walls.
Maybe you can come up with a little
We can do
wrap here
backdrops.
for the Discover Montcalm
Absolutely.
podcast.
Absolutely.
Just put your information. What is, you mentioned a prosthetic. What is the weirdest thing that you wrapped?
I would say that was probably up there with the strangest request. Man, I don't know. It just seems like every week or every year we'll get into something kind of crazy. We do wrap a lot of garbage trucks, which is great. I wouldn't say that's weird by any means, but man, I should have took some better notes.
Well, I'm just kind of curious because
we've done mailboxes, toilet seats. We've done toilet seats before.
Okay.
I would say that's definitely kind of a weird one, but it makes for.
I'll have to go talk to my wife.
Yeah, well, we do brand new ones.
I won't be bringing you a toilet seat.
Nope,
because my wife's going to go, no.
No. So,
but that's kind of cool, and I think that's probably, in my mind, and one thing I love about this podcast, I love about doing the video production work and that kind of thing, is every job is unique. Every job is different, and you get to meet a lot of really interesting and cool people.
100%.
And it kind of makes every day worth getting up.
Yeah, absolutely. No day is the same as the last. And it's just, you just never know what you're going to get. I mean, a lot of times, too, we're involved with sentimental type projects. We do a lot with cancer type projects, things that really, mean a lot to people. And that's the best part about it, is being able to help people out with, what we can, we can take basically, some of your minimal ideas and add our artistic touch to it. And it just really, it'll brighten somebody's day, and it kind of provide a product for them that they'll never forget. So.
For those of you watching and listening, we're here with Jason Teegardin from 180 Design over in Carson City. You can find them on the web at 180design.com, but you have to spell it out. And I'm sure on social media, Facebook, you just search it, you'll find him. We're going to take a break for our sponsors right now. We'll be right back.
We hope you're enjoying our podcast, and we'll be back after we thank our sponsors. West Michigan Technology and Design Solutions, your IT and web hosting experts, westmichiganhelpdesk.com, and DW Video, your source for video production, websites, and your local videotape, slides, and 8mm film transfer specialist, dwvideo.com. Now, back to our interview.
Welcome back. We're here with Jason Teegardin from 180 Design, and I understand that you like to hunt.
I do.
You like to hunt, and your buddy Adam over at the Village Market, you guys go out and do some things. And I understand that he has a place down in, was it Illinois?
Yep, down in Illinois. Yep.
So you guys head down there and you do some hunts, and you've got these transit vans.
Yes.
And I remember you packed a bunch of people inside. I guess it was 4.
Yep. Yep.
You and Adam were in the back seat, and you had a big screen TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. So Adam and I discussed a few years back, how cool it would be to kind of travel. I mean, way more comfortable, I guess, than being in the backseat of a pickup. And so it didn't take me very long to get home and start looking for a van for transportation that I needed for work purposes.
Of course.
So,
got to have it for work purposes.
Yes, absolutely. And just so happened to be, we needed a bigger, better van for work, and I found one. So my cousin is a fabricator. I had him fabricate us basically like a rolling shelf that slides in the back that we mounted 3 captain's chairs to, and we hung up a big screen TV. And
which I understand is great for the 2 of you.
Yes.
But our friend Steve Foster was sitting in the passenger seat, and he said it was pretty annoying because he could hear it, but he couldn't watch it.
Yep. No, that was, and Adam and I, we made that pretty clear with Steve how comfortable we were back there, and how we were thankful that him and our little buddy Noah were driving us safely down to our camp in Illinois, and we were able to watch hunting shows the whole way down. And
well, I'm surprised that somewhere along the line they didn't jump in the back seat and make you guys be in the front for a while.
Well, fortunately, my name's on the title, so they didn't have that option this time around.
No. Yeah, but a mutiny does happen once in a while. But it didn't in that case.
Yep.
What is it about the community? What is it about Montcalm County? And I guess I'll ask you the question that I ask everybody. Why should somebody discover Montcalm?
I mean, it's just a local, small, humble place, a nice community with a lot of great people. Everybody's very willing to help everyone out. I mean, almost everybody in town would give their shirt off their back for you, no matter what it was you needed. We've just built just a nice, friendly community of people that are just willing to make you feel at home, no matter if you're an outsider or not.
You talked about the community of Carson City. What do you try to do to give back? I mean, what are some things that are happening over there that you go, this is my community? What do you do to kind of help?
We do a lot. We try to do as much of it as we can, as far as we do a lot of golf outing signs that we donate. We do a lot of wrestling. We do a lot of apparel and stuff for the school. We're actually donating a lot for the Crystal Lake Car Show that's coming up here. Anywhere that we can kind of help out, any kind of charity, any kind of silent auction.
But remember, he still has to get paid to do some of his work, or he doesn't have the funds to give back. So just when you're listening to this or you're watching this, that's that way with any business.
Absolutely.
And I just want to make sure that we're here, we want to grow so that we can give back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, it's really nice talking to you today. Again, how can they find you?
You can find us online at 180designs.com, or you can find us on Facebook, 180 Designs, Instagram, same thing. Everything is 180 Designs.
Something about good branding.
Yeah. You'll know it. We have a nautical star for our logo. You can't miss it. So.
Thank you for tuning in, and remember to buy and shop locally.
Connect and subscribe to Discover Montcalm Podcast at discovermontcalmpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Discover Montcalm Podcast. To be featured in an upcoming show, contact Dwayne at 231-250-9624. Remember to subscribe at discovermontcalmpodcast.com.